Don't pass that subscribe button yet. Yeah, subscribe to this channel. And also click on the like button so that you can always get notification when we have a new update for you. Yeah, click on subscribe button. Click on subscribe button. Good boy, good girl.
Hi guys, in this video I'll be discussing how history and international studies students will go ahead with their after their project topic has been approved. I know when your project topic approved, what you ask yourself is what is next. It depends on your supervisor. Some of them depends on the project topic you're doing. They will ask you to go and bring your chapterization. So I'll be teaching you on how to do your chapterization, how to get your chapterization approved. So what you have to do, this is sample of what chapterization looks like, or historical content of what you want to carry out. Depends on your project topics. So just look at this. This is our introduction, background of the study, statement of the research problem, research questions, aims and objective of the study, significance of the study, scope, conceptualization, and sometimes you start with literature. There will be literature review there. It depends on what you do and what your supervisor like your chapterization to look like. This process chapter 1. I will not be showing this project topic. This chapter 2. So this one starts from our literature review. Yeah, normally chapter 2 you should start with literature review. Yeah, that's the best way to do. Okay, chapter 2 we start with literature review. Look at it. The person is his project topic has to do with development. So historical of something development. So I will not be talking about this project topic. Look at literature review, development, concept of under development. We talked about those concepts, literature review, what the your project is all about, those some of the terms and everything. Then chapter 3, introduction. Then foreign aid and under development. This topic is about foreign aid and under development, and you can see it was in this chapter 2. After literature review, he talked about the development, he talked about the concept of under development, talked about the foreign aid and economic growth, because it's project relationship between foreign aid and economic growth. It project has to do with foreign aid and under development. So look at the chapter 3, introduction. Then you talked about the chapter 3, so you talked about the main reason why you're carrying out your project. Then the foreign aid and under development crisis. Then chapter 4, if you have a questionnaire, then you have to, depends on what type of project topic, because you have to interview people for this kind of project to get this out. So you have to analyze your data, the gender, the number of people, the hate they receive, and all of that. So how do you go about it to know what your chapterization will look like and what will be there? So let's move to the online. So what you have to do is that whatever project topic you are doing, just make sure you go to your let's say Google. When you go to your Google, and yeah, you type specific, be specific this time around. Under, you can see I typed under graduate projects on historical analysis. If your own is not historical analysis, be specific. Give Google specific words to qualify what you're doing, so that you can bring out the list of something that is related to what you want to carry out your project on. So I will be, somebody is doing historical analysis on something, 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 I don't know. So there are many of such project topics. So you just have to type undergraduate project on historical analysis. Then when you click OK, it will give you multiple options. So I'll be working with this first one. I will right click, try to click on the open new tab in group, so that everything, you can look at the base of this phone. Now you could see that all the tabs have opened. So you click on this particular one too, you right click, you click on the group, then you click on as many as possible. Depends on how the time you have and how patient you have to go through all of them, so that you can come up with something that is very, very reasonable. So I'll be going with the first one. Look at the first one. Now I'll be working with this second one here. This second one says the historical assessment of a Kuichi festival, because I'm working on historical. I'm trying to, if I'm working on anything that has to do with history, that historical, then I'll also open this historical of multinational. I'll open like three. Okay, this historical analysis of economic empowerment, blah blah blah. So I'm going to open as many as possible. Just keep opening. If your own is not historical analysis, if your own is a relationship between, if your own is a conflict between, you look for conflict and you click on open. So let me, these are the one, you open it like this. So when you open, you click like this. When you click like this, you open it open a new tab in group. The first one is what you're supposed to click on so that you can have everything in group. So I've opened already. Let me check the first one. This is historical evolution of new partnership for African development. What are the contents that are there? You can see introduction, chapter 1, introduction, aims and objective, and what again? Significance of the study, then the scope of the study, research methodology, literature review, and sometimes some people don't put their literature review. That's what your chapterization will look like. Not that you will write all these things. You'll have to take your chapterization to your supervisor first so that they can approve it before you now start working on your chapter 1. You just have to list out all these things that I mentioned. I will show you a proper one that somebody has done, like the first one I showed you. Let's look at this one again. This is History of Miriam Babangida PET Program. You can see chapter 1, you have introduction. Under it, you have 1.0 or something like that. Then you see these are still under chapter 1, background to the study. Then statement of the problem, aim and objective, something like that. That's what you are going to have. Let me now take you to, okay, let me show you another one. Historical. Okay, let me go. This is another website that I opened. This is the first website I opened. This first website I opened 3 tabs. So the second website is it. You also click on this, you open in group. So when you open in group, I open like 3 of them. Now you just shift to this place, then you click on it. Let's see what I opened here. Yeah, so historical analysis of national economic empowerment. Look at what are the things that are there. Chapter 1, we have introduction. Then you have on the same chapter 1, you have objectives. Then you have the significance of the study, you have the scope, you have the research methodology, you have our literature review. Not all of them have literature. Some people have literature in chapter 2. So let's look at this one. I think this one is the perfect what I'm looking for. Let's see the topic, historical evolution of NEPAD. Now your home might not be NEPAD, your home might be another thing. Historical evolution, it might be name of a person, it might be name of a group, it might be name of a town or a village. That's historical evolution of Gwagwalada, historical evolution of Dr. Jamal, or historical evolution of anybody. Whatever the historical is related to, you have to look for some of the concepts. Then your chapterization will start from here. Introduction, aim and objectives, significance of the study, scope of the study, research methodology, literature, and literature sometimes will start from chapter 2, depends on what your supervisor wants. Then let's look at this chapter 2. Then we have the history evolution of NEPAD. If your own is not NEPAD, you have to put whatever the history you are working on inside, and it's and you have to phrase it in a way that will make sense. Then we talk about evolution, then the historical evolution of NEPAD, the aims and objectives of NEPAD and the African Union. You understand what it relates to, Nigerian strategies and artifacts in NEPAD. So you have to think outside the box, not just that you do copy and paste, copy and paste. You have to think. Let's say chapter 3, history of NEPAD in Nigeria, the political will of NEPAD. That's how you work on your look at it. That's how your chapterization will look like. So let me also, okay, that's fine. That's that about that. So I would like to go to this place again. Look at this. This is how it will look like when you want to take it to your supervisor. Look at it. This is how it will look like when you want to take it to your supervisor. You have chapter 1, introduction. You list it out like this. Then you chapter 2, you also look at it. You list it out like this. Those are the concepts that relate to what you want to do. Then your chapter 3, what you want to talk about, the main thing you want to talk about. And your chapter 4 depend on the analysis, maybe the outcome of your research. In your chapter 4. Then your chapter 5 will be summary of everything you carried out in your project. Then inside the chapter 5 too, you have your conclusion and recommendation. When you take it to your supervisor like this, you will now approve it before you now start looking for those contents. Your supervisor needs to agree with the content first before you now look for what you to contain in those. This will be like headings to what you want to research on. If you have any other question, or you want us to elaborate more, you can just click on come to DM or send a message on the comment section. Click like button and also subscribe to this page so that you can get further notifications.